Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, so let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So, first off, I hope everybody is having a great day or a great night out there. I know that the weekend did come and go pretty quickly, so I hope everybody did have a great weekend as well. Today we have a few things to discuss and a few things that we should all be looking forward to. The one big event is the Swell event, and this is going to be taking place in London. This is from November 16th to the 17th. Attendees will hear from leaders across crypto payments, financial services, and economic policy, and more. I think that this is great. I think that this is where everyone should be focusing on right now currently, because there's going to be a lot of connections here to some substantial names. We're going to be addressing this. So let's move in on this. So first off, from crypto area, we do see XBAT Money Transfer. They are a company that will be at Swell this year, and it is powered by RippleNet, and you do see Citibank up here, and we do see XBAT is speaking. If you ask me, to speculate, looks like an on-demand liquidity corridor is open from Sweden to Thailand, and Citibank is in the mix. Now, again, we don't, exactly have full-on confirmation on this, but I would argue to speculate that this is going to be something pretty big. And just imagine, really, at the end of the day, we look at all of the partners of Ripple. We go back to I think it was 2019 when we seen the last major update to that. It might have been 2020 where there was 300 plus participants, and a lot of them were US based companies as well. I don't think that Citibank was on there. I think that it was speculated that Citi was going to be working with Ripple at some point in time for on-demand liquidity, as well as for some other things within cross-border payments themselves. But when we look at this, I would argue that Citibank is probably going to be utilizing on-demand liquidity at some point in time, but also these corridors are one to really kind of pay attention to and focus on, because it not only provides value and volume for XRP, but also provides a lot more, hoarding of XRP. And, to me personally, the end goal from Ripple has always been to have these major giants, holding XRP. And something like Citibank, or even the U.S. banks that were a part of Ripple at some point in time, like Bank of America, etc., even PNC, will be holding a substantial amount of XRP. Now, again, this is speaking in terms of the future and what if. We don't have confirmation of that just yet, but I will say this. Just imagine what will happen once all the barriers to adoption around Ripple with XRP is lifted, aka the SEC. It is something to look forward to. But also, this was not the only company that was listed within the Ripple Swell event. We actually do see over here, this is from Ripple Swell, Discover Real Value, we do see Swell Global as Ripple's annual flagship event that brings together the world's most influential voices across crypto, blockchain, payments, financial services, and even economic policy. And we do see down here, they give us a little bit of an insight. They, share with some topics that they will be talking about, integrating crypto to engage new customers, to understanding the impact of CBDCs on global financial inclusion. This year's event will be in person first, with some sessions broadcasted virtually. And down here, we do see some of these speakers. We do see Brad Garlinghouse, of course, Richard Usher, which we will be talking about. This is from BCB Group. And here you guys have, down here, XBAT. But we are going to be focusing on BCB right now. Why are we? Well, when we actually go over here to their website, they do have a few things already. More so, a lot of their overall products and solutions are based around everything that Ripple is basically based around. Blink lets you move money instantly 24/7 with no transaction fees. Global settlements network allowing members to pay each other across multiple currencies. Pretty substantial. And then they also do have other ones as well on here. If you go to their solutions, you do see BCB business accounts, crypto, yield, Blink, BCB FX, trade over 30 currencies and settle promptly, BCB wallets and custody, BCB treasury, wealth partners as well. I think that this is interesting. Send any other BCB customer funds instantly, 24/7, 365, free. Okay, very interesting there. Is Ripple being utilized at all within this process? Who really knows? There's not a lot of connections here. They are focused on the same exact things though, and they are a major player behind digitization and utilizing crypto tech. So it wouldn't surprise me if they were utilizing Ripple with XRP with on-demand liquidity. They do mention a few tokens up here. We offer multiple levels of security and accessibility for all major blockchains. Use cases with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Stellar, Algorand, and even more. Then down here, private wealth experience for digital assets. They're really kind of providing the on and off ramp within that area. And their website, design-wise, actually looks very similar to Ripple. But in regards to the About page, this is the global leading provider of business accounts and trading services for the digital asset economy, really kind of preparing everyone for what is to come. We do see regulatory first institutional principles. We do see that they are regulated in the UK and Switzerland, and we do see a few names here that are kind of working with them or what they are providing to a lot of these major names. And down here, you could see the history behind them. Our all-star leadership team has worked for Barclays, PaySafe, Bitstamp, Coinbase, Credit Suisse, Deutsche Bank, FIS, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Investec, Lloyds Commercial Bank, Luno, Norton, Rose, Fulbright, FIS, and Sun Life of Canada. Very substantial background, and it was built to service the blockchain and cryptocurrency industry with the promise of providing durable financial infrastructure in a volatile environment. And down here you do see the structure as well. They kind of go hand in hand with that. And then the leadership is listed down here as well. But I really kind of wanted to focus on the trusted partners worldwide. They have a very substantial list here, as you guys do see. And also backed by global companies: Pantera, NKB, North Island Ventures, Pack Capital, L1D, also Blockchain.com, and Rockaway Blockchain Fund. Pantera was the biggest connection here behind this. I think that we actually talked about BCB with Zinfin as well, because there's a few connections there with Zinfin. I think that this is a substantial name, and I'm very excited for this event. I think that what will come from this event itself is going to be a little bit more of an insight on what is happening behind the scenes. You got to remember that Ripple does have a ton of NDAs. They're still a public company, so at the end of the day, they do have a lot of non-disclosure agreements that they have signed with some major names. There's still a lot of CBDCs that they still have yet to announce. So, again, just focus on these events because you do get to hear a lot more insights and information behind it. This will be November 16th to the 17th. Definitely mark your calendar. Also, talking about enterprises, institutions, etc., we do see over here, this goes back to August 28th. Financial institutions are increasingly optimistic about the use of crypto to improve existing payment processes and flows. Ripple's VP of Payments, highlights some ways traditional financial institutions can start integrating crypto into their business. Now, in this, we've talked about this report before. This is not like a new report. Remember, this goes back to June 23rd, so we already kind of talked about this in the past. But I will say this, there's been a lot of adoption from the financial institutional area. What I want to actually talk to you guys about, though, is this article from June 13th. And this is every financial firm will become a crypto firm. Zero Hash co-founder Edward Woodford on the convergence of DeFi and traditional finance. A growing number of financial firms are starting to launch crypto products. Zero Hash co-founder shares how his clients think about crypto and how the expectations and behaviors of their end consumers are evolving. And down here, they do kind of break down what Zero Hash is. They are a B2B platform, and then how DeFi is converging with traditional finance. We do see this quote here. This is the quote that I really kind of want to talk about, and it says, if you look at a firm like FTX, they've made it very clear that their desire to offer the services of a traditional brokerage firm, and so that means traditional financial players getting into digital assets need to offer quality crypto products, because if FTX or Coinbase or Gemini is going to offer traditional financial services, they need to match them and have some equivalency for their crypto products as well. This is also why I say when you actually look at the banking sectors and a lot of these major players around the financial institutional area, they will have to be competing with the players within crypto. This is going to not only streamline adoption, but it is also going to streamline the idea of these major names ushering into the space and starting to build now. This is the moment that they need to start building. I mean, a lot of these companies will be left behind. Now, they do mention Zero Hash up here, but when we really kind of look at it, I want to share with you guys this. And this is the how the crypto consumer is evolving portion. And a few quotes to really kind of go off of is, we talk about one positive shift that's taken place over the years is the conversation about crypto adoption has become somewhat decoupled from the price. I think that's an important feature, and the overall perception of crypto has also adjusted pretty quickly. We do see down here, they do talk about the UST stablecoin. What I find pretty interesting is that things like the Terra crash have had a relatively limited impact, and they don't seem to be slowing down interest in the space. I think people understand that and realize, that an algorithmic stablecoin operates very differently from something like Bitcoin, for example. I also do think that the education behind crypto plays a role here. But we do see down here, if you look at the statistics, about 18 to 20% of American adults have purchased digital assets as part of their portfolio. That means 4 out of 5 adults still haven't purchased crypto. And I think the way that they do so is through banks, neobanks, brokerage firms, and wealth management apps that they already have accounts in. I truly believe that over the next 12 to 18 months, 12 to 18 months is not long at all. Whether through Zero Hash or one of our competitors, every American will be able to purchase digital assets through an account they already have open today. And I think that's really, really critical part in the adoption cycle. Remember what I said going back a few months ago? I mean, I remember it. I know that a lot of people probably have already, forgot it. But I talked to you guys about the easiest way to have retail adoption at peak is to have them be able to purchase crypto from their bank account. Now, not only does this limit the idea of KYC, you wouldn't really need to KYC. All you have to do is really kind of connect your bank account because it is all trackable anyways through that. But also, it provides the trust layer. Opening your banking app and being able to purchase from your bank account directly on that banking app is the easiest way to provide that trust factor that everyone that gets a part of crypto in the first beginning days, they're always worried about. All right, what if I, make this purchase and what if my money just disappears? Because right now around crypto, the biggest focus point has always been, is crypto a scam? Is crypto this? Is crypto that? Or you have the FUD statements from, CNBC and these major outlets saying, crypto is garbage, stay clear of it. It's, extremely volatile. You don't want anything to do with it. Stay away from it, blah, blah, blah. All while financial institutions and these major giants are eating this market up because they know for a fact that the gains here compared to traditional stocks is night and day. But also, I do believe that at the end of the day, when we look at retail adoption at peak, we will see a major shift going forward. I think that banks will start to adopt crypto heavily, and I think that we will see, crypto-driven products released on their banking apps. The easiest way to connect to the retail individual at the end of the day is through their phone and their banking apps. When you already have an app on your phone that is offering, crypto exposure, guess what? It's very easy to have those numbers drastically increase from 1, 2, 3, 10x. When we look here, 4 out of 5 adults still haven't purchased crypto. It's laughable when you actually see these statistics because it not only provides to you how early we actually are, but also provides to you just how, underexposed individuals are. I mean, everyone knows Bitcoin. Everyone knows Ethereum. But when you look at Bitcoin or even Ethereum's price, most people actually think that they are too late to the market. You look at Bitcoin, people are like, well, what kind of gains are there left in Bitcoin when it already hit $70,000? It's trading at $20,000, give or take. I'm already too late. But that's the issue. I think that when we look at this market, it's way too, how should I say, focused on the main tokens. You talk about XRP, most people don't know about XRP. You talk about HBAR, nobody really knows about HBAR. A lot of these tokens people don't realize that are, one, revolutionizing insane, areas of the, industries, but also doing very, very interesting things around specific industries. The workflows that Hedera is disrupting by itself is substantial. So again, I think that when it comes down to crypto, a lot of individuals are underexposed. They're not focused on what they need to be focused on, and the educational aspect around crypto is very, very limited. So to me personally, when we actually look at this market, yeah, we are extremely early. We will see nearly every single bank being a part of crypto. I think at the end of the day, by 2025, nearly every single bank will have some sort of exposure to crypto. And that is not me hyping things up. That is not me saying, hey, blah, 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 this is going to be incredible for XRP. No. All we know is that crypto will be at the forefront of every single financial aspect. every individual out there will have some sort of exposure to crypto at some point in time. But by 2025, I could definitely see a lot of banks being extremely exposed to crypto. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As it's up to you all, have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. Sorry, it's been Nick. Peace out, guys.